World Live. I give myself half an hour to calm down a little bit. I walked up to McDonald's for my daughter to get her an Happy Meal. I thought, that calm me down. Just go for a half-hour walk, because if I could jump on straight away, it could have been quite dark, I'm done. I'm done with West Ham this season. I was done a long time ago with West Ham this season, to be honest with you. And the funny thing is, I was going to go today. The email come out, the classic email. Oh, this ticket's available. Buddy. And my mate was like, "Oh, my seat next to me is available. Why don't you try and do it?" I was close, and then I just went, "You know what? Nah, don't fancy it. Don't fancy it." I'm so glad I didn't go. We are awful. We are an awful football team. We are shocking. We're shocking. Yeah, we passed the ball about a little bit better now than what we did under Moyes and under Lopetegui. We look better passing. Our possession stats are probably higher. Oh, I can't. I don't want him to be here next season. I don't. That game has flipped me. The last two before that, I was sort of saying, yeah, two good halves of football. We've looked better. Nah. That against who possibly could go on and be historically the worst team in Premier League history, historically the team that has been relegated the quickest, a team that has conceded so many goals, a team that hardly ever scores, we've just drawn against. And at 1-0, we tried to hold on to a 1-0 win against the worst team in the league, with nothing to play for either team. So we could have gone for it and had a proper good go and had a good try. I don't see how it improves next season. I don't. And I know that, the line of he gets his own players, bloody. What's going to improve? That was a very, in terms of lineup, a decent lineup for West Ham. Bowen, Kudus, Fulkrug, what we've all been wanting. Soler starting, Paquetá starting, Ward-Prowse. Possibly you would change him with Alvarez if you wanted a destroyer in there. Maybe you could argue you didn't need a destroyer against Southampton today. Kilman and Tobido as a back four. The only other possible change you would have made is Wan-Bissaka if he would have been fit for Soufal. So in terms of lineup, you can't get much better. You couldn't have got much better with West Ham. And the fact that next season Kudus is gone, probably Alvarez is gone, Paquetá will go if he's, if the hearing goes his way. What is he? Is he going to buy some superstars that can do the same? Because to replace someone like Paquetá, you need a really, really top player. Who's got the pass and has got the trickery and the flair and the poise. To replace a Kudus, you need someone with electric pace and frightening dribbling. They don't come cheap. We need a striker. We need potentially a left back. People have been saying about a goalkeeper. I thought he played well, Areola, today. Actually, he made some really good saves. But, Souček could be going as well. Love him or hate him. That's 10 goals gone. You need to go and get a midfielder that's going to get you 10 goals. Where's that coming from? When the lineup come out, I thought, okay, I'm pretty happy with it, like I say. But the first half was awful. We should have been 3-0 down, maybe 4. We didn't have a corner. We didn't really have a chance at goal. Areola made some good saves. They blasted a few wide and over. There's sort of a lack of composure. At half-time, the boos rung around the stadium. It's not good enough. Second half started, to be fair, better movement. The goal was a good goal. We moved the ball quicker. The ball got to Bowen. Bowen doesn't miss from there. That's bread and butter for Bowen. That's becoming like how Yarmolenko, if he gets it on that left foot in the right position, it's a goal every time. It's a wand. Bowen has got a wand when he's got a chance like that. And I always, as soon as he was through, I was like, let's go. 1-0 up. We should have gone on. We should have gone on and got 2s and 3s, but we didn't. We had a couple of, Fulkrug had the one where he, with the goalkeeper, You had Kudus that passed one to Paquetá. Will Price swung a corner in that forced a save. Maybe we could have got a couple more, but we didn't. And in the end, obviously Bowen had a slight knock. He took him off. Kudus come off. Guilherme had a good chance, actually. He did well. But then after that, we sort of went back into our shell, tried this defensive style. And then before you know it, 93rd minute, the game should be done. It should be wrapped up. Do you know what I mean? Against a team so poor. 93rd minute, goal for Southampton. And then they're the only team that looked like going on and winning the game. So poor. So poor. Tony Gale, if you were watching the game, Tony Gale summed it up. He just said, all West Ham are doing a side, backwards. There's no speed in the pass. There's no trying to be a hit, trying to be brave and trying to, force an issue. Someone that carried the ball. There was a point where Kilman had the ball and Tony Gale on commentary said, go on, son, drive with it now. Stood on the ball, passed it backwards or passed it sideways. I can't exactly remember. Yeah, like I say, on another day, if Southampton's finishing was there, we would have been out of sight anyway in the first half. If that was a better team, with a killer up front, that would have been 3-0 at half time. And we are so lucky this season. So lucky that the teams are bad. Lopetegui did enough points-wise to get us, enough points. We're shocking. We are shocking. We are one of the worst football teams in the league, without a doubt. And we are going to finish 17th. We are. We're going to finish the best of the worst. The worst of the worst of the worst, It's not good enough. It's not good enough. Is it all Potter's fault? No. It's a whole regime issue that can be talked about for ages. With David Sullivan and the way he's cheap and big mistakes in the summer with Lopetegui. But then I say, you look at it now, I think Lopetegui would have done just as bad or just as good, whatever you want to say, as Potter's done. Maybe he would have done it even more. He would have done maybe got a couple more wins. I'm not saying it would have been a good season. I'm not saying we would have pushed on and gone to Europe, but it couldn't have been much worse because the only worse it gets is us getting relegated. I don't have any confidence in Potter now. I really don't. I think even with these players, I think it will be. I don't think we'll score a lot of goals. I don't think we'll concede a lot of goals, but I don't think we'll score enough. I don't think we'll ever get back to the point where we'll be European contenders again under Potter. I don't have any confidence, and there's no. And listen, I know I've put in the thumbnail. I don't want him here next season, and ideally I wouldn't. But that's not real. That's more of a. And by that, but what I mean by that's not real. What I'm saying is, I wouldn't trust Sullivan to go and get the next manager anyway. He's not going to go and pay for Areola. He's not going to go and pay for Marco Silva or one of those guys that could come out and do a fantastic job at West Ham. And I say they would do a fantastic job at West Ham. I don't think any manager could be a success at West Ham unless, you can somehow, get the best out of this, which I don't. The way the club is run, the way the club is set up is no manager can succeed with this. I like it would be in spite, like how we won the Conference League. That wasn't because of David Sullivan. That was in spite of David Sullivan. Moyes somehow managed to get a tune out of it. It was a weak competition. It was a weak competition. Europa League, slightly different. That was a tougher competition, and we did well under that. But this team, I'm so done. I'm so done with this David Sullivan regime. Please sell the club. Please go. Please let this club become the club that it wants to be and needs to be. It is not going to be. We are not going to ever be anything under this David Sullivan regime. It's done cheaply. It's done in the past. I'm not having a director of football because it's failed, because I want to spend the money, because I want to be that football manager. It's awful. We're the worst run football club in the Premier League. We are the worst team in the Premier League, barring, the ones that have gone down because, factually it's them. But We are a terrible football club. I don't see how it improves quickly. Hurry up this season and end. Please hurry up this season and end. Enjoy Paquetá, enjoy Kudus for the last, 5 games we've got them, because we ain't going to have a player like that for a little while now. You know, we're going to struggle to get these sexy players, these flair players, these classy players. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating as to be a West Ham fan at the minute, because we get to a point where we're close to being good, to being a decent team, and then it just all falls to pieces every time. And it's the fans that suffer. We become the laughing stock. We're the ones that have to go into work and suffer it. We're the ones who have to go and watch it. We're the ones whose weekend gets ruined by it. It's done. I'm done. I don't see any time soon, unless something really changes dramatically, and I mean massively, my desire to go back to the London Stadium. I don't miss it. It's getting to the point where I don't even enjoy watching West Ham on TV. Like, that's really bad. That's really, really bad. I don't look forward to the games at the minute. I really don't. So much energy and so much optimism has been drained from us as a fan base. And it's done. It's done, guys. It's done. Sad day. It's a sad time to be a West Ham fan at the minute. And I don't see where it improves until David Sullivan goes. And I know it's the easy, pluck it out of the air. It's more than Potter. It's more than the players. It's a whole regime. It's a whole poisonous, toxic football club. And, so I was just about to wrap up, but then, you think Jonathan David and people like Liam Delap and Angel Gomez and whoever else we're linked with wants to come and play football here. Why? Every single player we've bought, barring Wan-Bissaka, value has depreciated. The only one that benefits is the player that's leaving. It doesn't ever benefit West Ham. It's a sad, sad time, guys. Sad, sad times. I don't know. I don't know. I would ideally not wanting to be in next season, but I say anyone that comes in would have their hands tied behind their back anyway. I don't trust Potter with the money. I think he's a bit of a puppet. I think he will say whatever needs to be said in the media, and probably even behind closed doors, he will be, yes, Mr. Sullivan. Yes, Mr. Sullivan. Thank you, Mr. Sullivan. Rather than having a bit of kahoonies about him, to go, no, we need this, 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 or I'll walk. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think. Thank you if you've watched live. There was one comment that did come through, so I will read that out for you. Will Dawes says Potter's defensive games changes cost us the game. It did, mate. Anyway, like I say, like, subscribe. I don't think I'll be watching much West Ham YouTube tonight. Usually I go through all the boys' channels because I love watching all of them, but I need a break. I need a break from West Ham. I need this season over. I need it over now. It's been a long, painful season, and it needs to be over now. Come in your irons. Keep believing. Let's go.